Hey, fourth grade. All righty, we are back for day 2 of chapter 12. Yesterday we did 12.5 on line plots. Today we're going to be skipping 12.1 and moving right on to 12.2, talking about customary units of length. Now, when I say customary, I just mean that those are the units that we use here in the United States. We're going to be talking about customary and metric units in chapter 12. Fun fact, the United States is probably the only country in the world that uses customary units of measurement. Everywhere else uses the metric system. So we are going to be talking about customary units of measurement that we use here in the United States. And then on the last half of chapter 12, we'll be talking about metric units. All right, so today we're going to be focusing on customary units of length. And there are 3 measurement conversions. These are called conversions. When we change one unit of measurement to another, we are converting or changing it. So these are measurement conversions. These are the 3 we're going to be focusing on for this chapter. 1 foot, or FT, that's how you can shorten that, equals 12 inches, or IN. 1 yard, you can say YD to shorten it, equals 3 feet, and 1 yard also equals 36 inches. So 1 foot equals 12 inches, 1 yard 3 feet, and 1 yard equals 36 inches. If you want to write that down somewhere or take a picture of your screen so that you have that as reference, that'd probably be a pretty good idea. All righty, so when we go to converting these measurements, we're going to be using this chart to help us. So let's look at number 1 and jump right in. 2 feet equals how many inches? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at it and say, okay, I'm changing from feet to inches. So I'm going to go up here to my conversion chart and figure out where it uses feet to inches. Well, that's going to be this one right here. So we know that 1 foot equals 12 inches. So we need to figure out if 1 foot equals 12 inches, we need to figure out how many 2 feet equals. So if we've got 2 feet, how did we get from 1 to 12? Did we add 12? Are we going to multiplying 12? Okay, we're going to be multiplying 12. So it would be 1 foot times 12. Okay, so times 12 inches. So this is going to be what we are using. So if it's going to be times 12, whenever we convert, I'm going to say for 2 feet, I would do 2 times 12. Because if we had 2 of them, and I've actually got a ruler right here. If we got 12 inches right here, okay, this is 12 inches. So this is 1 foot. You can't even see the whole thing. This is 1 foot. So if we have 2 of these, we're going to be multiplying 12 times 2. What is 12 times 2? Very good, 24. So 2 feet is the same thing as 24 inches. All righty, let's look at number 2. We've got 3 yards equals so many feet. So I'm going to take it knowing that we're changing yards to feet. I'm going to go up here and find the conversion that does that. And it's going to be this one right here. 1 yard equals 3 feet. So for every 1 yard, we're going to be adding 3 more feet to it. So if I'm looking at 3 yards and I know that 1 yard equals 3 feet, well, I can take 3 yards times 3 to figure out how many feet I'm going to have, because that's like saying 1 yard plus 1 yard plus 1 yard, or 3 feet plus 3 feet plus 3 feet. So what is 3 times 3? Very good, it is 9. So 3 yards is the same thing as 9 feet. Very good. All righty. And with all of these conversions, we are going to be multiplying. Okay, so we're going to be multiplying by how many of each is in the measurement. Okay, so number 3, 4 yards equals so many inches. So I know that I'm going to have to go up to my conversion chart and figure out which one changes yards to inches. So I'm going to go back up here and I see that 1 yard equals 36 inches. So however many yards I have, I'm going to have to multiply that by 36 to get the total amount of inches. Okay, so I've got 4 yards here. So I'm going to do 4 yards times that 36 inches. Okay, so we've got 36 times 4. Now remember, when we multiply like this, we are always starting with the ones place. 4 times 6 is 24. Very good. That 4 comes down here, and that 2 will regroup above the 3. Then we're going to start back at the ones and do ones times the tens place. 4 times 3 is 12. Wonderful, but we cannot forget about what we regroup. So 12 plus 2 is 14. Very good. So 4 yards is the same thing as 144 inches. Very good. All righty. And number 4, we're changing 10 yards to feet. Okay, so we're going to be using this conversion here. 1 yard equals 3 feet. I want you to figure out how many yards or how many feet are in 10 yards. I'm going to give you just a minute. Pause it if you need to, and then we're going to do it together. All righty. Hopefully you paused it to work it out. Maybe you worked it out in your head. You didn't even need to write it down, but let's look at it together. So we've got 1 yard equals 3 feet. So we're going to be multiplying that 10 yards by the 3 feet in each one of those yards. Okay, because if we've got 10 yards, so if we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and each one of those yards is equal to 3 feet. That's how we've got to look at it. Now we could do 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, but that would take a while and we might lose count. So it's just going to be easier to do 10 times the 3 feet. And what is 10 times 3, boys and girls? It is 30. Very good. So 10 yards is the same thing as 30 feet. Alrighty, boys and girls, make sure you are checking your assignments for today. Make sure you have written these conversions down just as a reference to come back to. Have a wonderful afternoon, and I will see you next time.